Hi, I'm Frank Haith, head basketball coach at University of Tulsa, and you are watching Explore Tulsa.
Now that Garth and Tricia have wrapped up their performance at the BOK, it's time to join our friends in high places with more Explore Tulsa. And this time we start the show with a salute to the military.
Then the voice of the Trojans.
Followed by the youngest record breaker.
Plus a place to party.
Hi, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. We're so happy to see you back with us for this week's Explore Tulsa. Now, Stevie, were you in the military?
No, I was 4-H.
Wait, you mean 4F? With medical issues that kept you from serving?
No, 4-H, a helpless, humdinger, hazardous half-wit.
Wow, that does explain a lot.
Hey.
For those who did serve, Broken Arrow is home to a very wonderful military history museum.
And a tribute to decades of sacrifice and remembrances to local heroes taking part in U.S. conflicts.
It started with the founder, whose name was Colonel Robert Powell, and he was a 35-year-old Air Force veteran, flew glider pilots in World War II, and he was a collector for his whole life. And then about 3 years ago, the city of Broken Arrow approached us with the idea of moving the museum to Broken Arrow and provided this building that you're standing in, which is a 6,400 square foot, the old Broken Arrow Hospital. You're actually in the operating room right now. The museum focuses on things with an Oklahoma aspect. Many of the artifacts, and there's over 2,000 artifacts, will have some association with an Oklahoma person. As I explain some of them, you'll see that. We're generally oriented chronologically starting in the Civil War, and we go all the way up through the modern war with emphasis on World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Korea, the Cold War, and actually the modern war. Well, some of the things we'll see in the Civil War era there are 2 replica uniforms. I used to tell people there are only 3 uniforms in the museum that weren't really worn by somebody, and I found out later that actually the Union and Confederate uniforms were worn by a man in Nowata at his wedding. So in actuality, we only have 1 uniform that is a replica. But you'll see some weapons, Civil War weapons, and most interesting, you'll find the coat, the actual cloak of a Union chaplain named Robert Merrill, and also his Bible. The World War I is, which we're standing right now, most interesting artifact, it is a 1915-08 Maxim machine gun, which was one of the original machine guns of World War I. It was from a German patent, and it was a very dangerous and influential weapon in war. World War II, we have a lot of different and unique exhibits. Boots that the German soldiers wore made out of straw. When they invaded Russia, they got, they wore hobnail boots. They got cold like Napoleon's troops. They were forced to improvise. They saw Russian peasants wearing these straw overboots. So the German government actually constructed them and issued them to your soldiers, and we have a pair. I think there's only 2 other pairs in museums in the United States. We also have a camera that may or may not have been used by Hitler's photographers. We have a replica jacket of the B-3 jacket that George Patton wore. Like I said, we have quite a few really interesting World War II artifacts. Vietnam, we feature what's called a tiger cage, which is where the North Vietnamese or the Viet Cong would keep their American prisoners. And I think one of the most interesting displays in Vietnam is a display that we have on a soldier named Willard Parrish. Willard Parrish, if you saw the movie We Were Soldiers Once and Young with Hal Moore, Willard Parrish is mentioned in that book by General Moore as being one of the bravest soldiers that he has. And he won the Silver Star, was awarded the Silver Star. And he's the turnpike gate attendant at Bristow and a country and western singer. And he comes out when we have our Vietnam Day, which we invite everybody to come to. And he's really a unique individual. Then when we get into our modern era, we feature some articles from Camp Phoenix in Afghanistan. I was fortunate enough to be called active duty in 2003 and 2004 after 37 years in the National Guard and commanded the 45th Infantry Brigade, and our job was to train the Afghan National Army. And so you'll see quite a few artifacts that we brought back from Camp Phoenix in Afghanistan. what we really hope to do, and our current president of the board is Amy Fitchner, who was a former assistant superintendent for Broken Arrow Schools, is to inculcate students as they come through with the importance of the military and its reference to patriotism and the independence that we owe to the military. That's kind of what we hope to do. Now, in an ancillary side, we have about 80% of our visitors now are veterans, and they can come in and they actually get a visceral connection to the articles they see, and it brings back the memories, the camaraderie, the times they had, some good, some bad, but it's a catharsis for them to help them to come to grips with some of the feelings, and that's especially relevant as we found in our Vietnam and farther on. And in the future, we're going to have outreaches and use the museum as a way to help assist veterans also.
It was a great honor meeting Brigadier General Thomas Mancino and listening to the stories that he told of every article within the museum. Plus, he only made me do push-ups one time.
If you'd like to learn more about the Broken Arrow Military History Museum or schedule a tour for yourself, visit okmhm.org.
You know, if there were a museum for Oklahoma high school sports, our next guest would be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, as the voice of the Jenks Trojans, Don King has probably hosted more state championships than any other broadcaster.
And we're going to learn all about Don, the memories that he's helped in making Oklahoma high school sports history when we return with more Explore Tulsa.
Ever since the first movie theaters opened in the early 1900s, man has been trying everything to bring that same experience home to enjoy with their families. And for more than 30 years, Video Revolution and their home entertainment experts have been making those dreams come true by designing custom home theater solutions for both in and outdoor use. From 1080p LEDs to the brand new Sony 4K flat panel TVs, or come in to see the latest in sound bars and surround sound setups. Always the top name brands are found at Video Revolution. That same electronic expertise we also apply to your business communications network, from boardroom automation to video wall presentations. No matter what technology the future holds, you can count on Video Revolution to be leading the way. Tulsa's headquarters for the best selection and installation of cutting-edge electronics. Video Revolution on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hi, I'm Brittany Stokes. I'm founder of Project Orphans, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Hey, it's Stevie from Explore Tulsa with my friend and optometrist for many years, Dr. Robert Zellner. Tell everybody why it's so good to come in to see you.
Well, that's a great question. Let's see, we've got two great locations. We try to stay cutting edge at every point along the way because, let's face it, everybody wants to come in and get taken care of in a timely fashion and get the latest, greatest stuff and save some money and get on with their life and see clearly.
And if you don't believe it, look on the website.
Absolutely, drzellner.com. You can find that we have our two locations at 69th and Memorial and 3030 South Harvard, or you can give us a call at 749-2020 or 461-2020.
And I got 4 kids, and I got to tell you, as a big family like that, it's affordable too.
Oh yes, and of course, the number one reason, you save some money. I mean, with our 2-pair specials, with our different unique packages that we put together, I mean, you can come in here and your money can go a lot farther than anywhere else.
And that's why with Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates, seeing is believing.
Oh, I like that, Stevie. Well done.
Hey everyone, this is Patrick Koch, owner and head coach at CrossFit Vital, right? And you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Hello, it's good to see you back for more Explore Tulsa. Now, Stevie, you've been a part of local sports for a while, haven't you?
I have, but there are only a handful of guys around here that have made real impressions in the games they've called. And one of them is Jenks Trojan announcer Don King.
Back in the 60s, when TU played basketball at the Pavilion, my sister is blind and she went to TU, so she was a big sports fan. I took her to a basketball game and the batteries in her radio went out, so I ended up having to announce the game to her when I was about 10 years old. So walking out, she said, you know, you did about as good a job as the announcer did, and the light bulb clicked on. So I'm fortunate to be doing what I've wanted to do since I was about 10 years old. Came in 1980, but it was really the oil business that brought me to Tulsa. I had dabbled still in sports, but had gotten married, had a couple of boys, and couldn't really make it on small radio income, so had to get into the family business, and we ended up selling our business, moving to Tulsa. And then from there, in 1980, I got a chance to do some work for Teleproductions Unlimited, which was a freelance production company that did a lot of high school sports, college sports for Tulsa Cable. And then ended up with Jenks on our radio station on the Buzz, and started doing their games on the radio since 2003. So I've been fortunate. My first Jenks Union game was 1988. So that goes back probably farther than just about anybody. Right now, Coach and I are trying to develop a little record book for Jenks over the years. So when you look at the names of Rocky Calmus and Sean Mahan, who went on to play in the NFL, Garrett Mills, who went on to play in the NFL and was a great player at TU, Kewan Jones with some of his exploits at Jenks. The names go on and on. It's just amazing how a lot of those kids have grown up through the system as youth football players, emulating the high school players. And I think that's one of the big reasons for their success, is their youth programs have been so outstanding over the years in developing players, and they grow up wanting to be where they are right now. The technology now is amazing. They can break down a game at the end of Friday night and email it to the particular athletes, and those football players can watch highlights of their game from Friday night over the weekend, get tape of their opponent and study it at home, and so technology is just magnificent compared to what it used to be. There's no question my passion and enthusiasm for the games that I do, whether it's the shock or Jenks or helping out the driller sometimes, is as good as it's ever been, and I look forward to. I mean, this is a job. If guys can do it into their 80s, then I'm not sure I'll be doing it into my 80s. I don't know I'll be that fortunate, but still it's a job to where if you can keep up with the times and keep up with everything, this is a job that you can do for a long time.
That is such a touching story. Don doing play-by-play for his sister when he was 10 years old.
Yeah, listen for Don King on KTBZ AM 1430 The Buzz, or anytime Jenks is playing football or basketball.
You know, Jenks won their third straight football championship this season, but they better be keeping their eye on third grader Garrett Stinchcomb from Broken Arrow.
Ooh, that's a third grader that's setting weightlifting records.
Yep, and we're going to go pump some iron with Garrett next when Explore Tulsa continues.
Hello, I'm John Erling with Voices of Oklahoma, and our great state has been home to countless individuals whose place in history has been earned through each of their many individual accomplishments. Voices of Oklahoma's mission is to preserve their story in an oral history presentation like none other. Accounts direct from famous Oklahomans, political figures, and many others who have left their indelible mark on the development, history, and future of Oklahoma. So please, treat yourself by listening to those who are the voices of Oklahoma.
Hey there, Alberto Miranda from Z's Taco Shop and Market, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Looking for a new home entertainment experience? Well, hi, and welcome to Video Revolution, Tulsa's best in cutting-edge electronics. Professional, highly trained home entertainment experts. Video Revolution's been serving Tulsans for over 25 years with name brands like Sony, Clips, Definitive Technology, Samsung, and so many more. Great selection, price match guarantee, custom installation, expert assistance equals home entertainment success. See for yourself. The Video Revolution showroom features the largest selection of flat panel TVs in all of Oklahoma. Plus the latest in 3D entertainment. Highly trained home entertainment experts on hand. Professional delivery, installation, and service after the sale. And the best selection of name brands. Visit us online at videorevolution.com and find out more about everything we have to offer. Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hi, I'm Darla Phillips.
And I'm Steve Phillips.
And we're the owners of Fun Bus Fitness Fun on Wheels. And you're watching Explore Tulsa.
If you're like me, always looking for a good reason to head out to the gym and pump it up a little bit, then you'll be so glad you stuck around for more Explore Tulsa.
Really, Stevie? When was the last time you went to the gym?
I haven't really come up with a good reason yet.
That's your excuse? Luckily, Highland Park Elementary third grader Garrett Stinchcomb doesn't share your enthusiasm.
Well, he's training for the Junior Olympics. What do you think I'm going to work towards? The Senior Olympics? Don't you say a word.
Let's join Garrett as he gets competition ready.
Garrett, he just came in one day with his sister, came in, started working out. Just a little kid. I didn't imagine he could come in and pull such big weight, but he's a hard worker.
He started with wrestling. He was really kind of too young as far as football, and so I talked to some friends of mine that had wrestled and asked them where would be a good place for him to start, learning just like leverage and fundamentals and stuff like that, and because I expected him to probably go on and do football, and he immediately fell in love with wrestling, and that's how it started for him, at least.
When I didn't do weight training, I couldn't lift him up, and now I can lift him straight off the ground. I was training for to do it squat, bench press, and deadlift, and then I did that for 8 weeks, and then I did the meet, and I got my 4 national records.
A lot of it goes into training technique and form. So when he first started, he was on 10 pounds, just really, really lightweight. Make sure he gets down to form and make sure he knows what he's doing before he gets into the big weight.
On bench, I lifted 68 pounds, and the record was 55, and my first attempt was 55. So I kind of beat the record on my first attempt. And then on squat, I lifted 135, and the record was 88 or something, around 80s. And I beat the record on my first attempt and my warm-up.
I think he likes that challenge, that it's going to be up to him, because, and I've always told him if he wants to wrestle or not wants to wrestle, it has to be his choice, because he's the one stepping on the mat. I can't do it for him. Once you send him out there, it's all on them. And I think that's what he enjoys the most about it. It's amazing. It all comes down to his focus and his determination. When he started in here, he's been lifting for, a year and a half, and he really didn't even start preparing for doing the competition until maybe 8 or 10 weeks, before the competition, because his coaches feel, you have to develop the whole entire body, and not just those muscles, specific for those particular lifts. You have to develop everything. And because of that, he has spent the time. I would say 350 hours that he's total spent working on technique and working on building, the stabilizer muscles and all, everything that goes along with that. And it takes someone that's focused and willing to put in the effort, and because there's days it hurts, just simple, it would hurt myself or anybody else, as far as, you're driving those muscles to fatigue at times, so.
Wow, he was able to deadlift 170 pounds. A little more work, he'll be able to lift you, Trish.
Very funny, Stevie. We do wish Garrett the best in his efforts to reach his goals. And when he does, we'll be sure to let you know right here on Explore Tulsa.
Shoot, Trish, if Garrett sets a world record, we should throw a party.
Oh, and I know just the place, too. Mike's Route 66 Event Center.
Good idea, Trish. And we'll take the VIP tour next when we come back with more Explore Tulsa.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get 1 pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99, or my 2-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
At Video Revolution,
we've got
today's 3D technology.
Smart TVs.
And I can help you pick the one that's
a larger size TV.
We handle it all here at Video Revolution.
Now people can get
a 90-inch TV.
Locally owned and operated.
Now coming up on a 30-year anniversary.
Customer service is our priority.
We have our own service center.
It just brings back enjoyment to watching TV.
And now it's affordable for everybody.
And we sell fun stuff.
It's like toys for big kids.
Customers that come into Video Revolution are blown away.
Hi, I'm Dan Smith, General Manager for TV 47 here in Tulsa, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Just a couple of more weeks, and you're going to be looking for a great place to hold that Super Bowl party, and Explore Tulsa has just the right spot.
Mike's Route 66 Event Center is actually set up for most any event you could imagine.
Weddings?
Uh-huh.
Birthday parties?
Yeah.
Rodeos?
I said just about everything, but they're not set up for bull riding.
You should have mentioned that.
Let's let Mike show you all the possibilities when he takes us around the Route 66 Event Center.
I actually been a photographer for about 30 years, and I've been in the working around the hotel industry, and then also several event centers here in Tulsa, and then I just decided to go ahead and open up my own and go with the Route 66 theme. Events are fun because I struggled at first even. I thought about opening this up as a bar because that's what it had been. And I struggled at first with that, you know, but then I decided, you know, I like the event business. I like being a part of people's lives. I like doing weddings. I like doing, you know, class reunions and everything, and just the connection, more of the connection than if it was a typical bar. Plus I like the fact that I could have my children up here with me if you know, ever I wanted to have an event and it was okay, I'd have my kids come up or their kids come up. Actually what I do is whenever the guests arrive, I've got a big screen right here, so whenever the guests arrive, I will have a DVD put together of pictures and stuff of their engagement and just when they were babies and stuff like that. And I'll have all that up on the screen right here. So, and then I also got a photo booth over here. It's a green screen photo booth. I love it. It's one of the best ones in town. They actually get to pick their background, and I've got like, you know, hundreds of backgrounds over there that they get to choose. And then at the bottom of the photo, I can put their name or the date and everything. So, and it really turns out a nice professional photograph. I've seen some of the other photo booths in town that, you know, they use the little bitty pictures that are this small and half the heads you can't see, and you know, they're cut off and everything. And ours is more of a full photograph with, you know, something nice to take home with you. The nice thing about it too is you can actually bring in your own food and your own beverage, alcohol, and that does save you a ton of money. So you actually just rent the facility, and that includes everything. It includes the tables, the chairs, the linens, the DJ booth, all the lighting, the fog machines, the photo booth. For what you would pay just for a photo booth, you can actually get the whole facility. One thing about the event business, and I never let the client know this, but there's always 2 or 3 fires. I almost feel like a fireman, but there's always 2 or 3 fires you've got to put out, you know, whether it be they forgot to bring something or they don't have something, or, you know, there's just always something that typically will go wrong, and you just have to be real calm and work through it, and then by the end of the night everybody has a great time, and so it works out real good. I like to make people happy, and I think that's one reason I enjoy this business, is because, you know, I go out of my way to make everybody happy as happy can be, and that makes it fun. You know, give them nice photographs by the end of the night, and trying to make everybody happy. It's fulfilling to me.
I like the fact that Mike will let us be our own DJs if we want. I think I want to have a DJ name that could be like, wait for it, Cinnamon Crunch.
I don't even want to know why.
It's my favorite bagel.
Oh, I was expecting much worse. If you'd like to learn more about booking your next party at the Route 66 Event Center, visit photos-now.com to learn more.
Be sure to ask Mike about booking DJ Cinnamon Crunch,
Oh,
too.
brother, stick around. We'll be right back for more Explore Tulsa.
Smart TVs change the way you watch TV. Available in any size you could want. From brands like Sony, you can find exactly what you want.
Smart TV means the TV has built-in Wi-Fi for the internet. This brings a whole new world of entertainment to your fingertips.
Connecting your TV to the internet is easy. Here, let us take you through the setup process step by step on this Sony KDL55.
First, hit Home on your remote. Then scroll over the Settings menu and go down to Network. Next, choose Network Setup. Then set up network connection. Now select Easy and you're halfway there. Here, your selection is Wi-Fi, which reveals Select by Scan List to let your TV find the internet connection available at your place, all by itself. Select your network and enter your network password. And once connected, you have added a new way to watch your TV.
Now the fun begins, as your smart TV is ready to connect you to all sorts of apps, giving you endless program opportunities.
Enjoy instant streaming movies, TV shows, and internet browsing. For as little as $8 a month, you can watch some of your favorite movies, shows, and original shows like House of Cards on Netflix. Create custom music stations from Pandora. Check weather. There's an app for everything, and it can be downloaded right to your TV.
Change the way you experience television with a smart TV from Video Revolution.
Hi, I'm Sherry Isbell with Peekaboo Baby, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Be sure and join us next week when we meet Washington Nationals play-by-play announcer and sports broadcast legend, Bob Carpenter.
Special thanks to Brigadier General Thomas Mancino for showing us around the Military History Museum in Broken Arrow.
Well, thanks too to Don King from AM 1430 The Buzz for bringing us those great moments in Jenks sports history, and to Garrett Stinchcomb for letting us drop in during his training. Good luck in your next competition.
Plus, thanks to Mike Wedel for showing us all the possibilities at the Route 66 Event Center.
Remember, if you miss any of the show, you can always catch us at ExploreTulsa.com.
As always, each week we feature the people, places, and attractions that make us proud to call Tulsa our home.
Hey, don't forget to like us on Facebook and share with us someone you think Tulsa should know more about.
Plus, remember, Explore Tulsa is brought to you by Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Stop by, say hello to Ron and all the guys for your home entertainment needs.
And Explore Tulsa is also proudly brought to you by Dr. Robert Zollner and Associates.
Home of the 2-pair for $129 deal with 2 locations, 3030 South Harvard and 69th and Memorial.
Well, that's all the time we have for you on this week's show, but we'll see you next week right here on Explore Tulsa.